I wrote a book, a book, an actual hardcover book with stories from me. I'm absolutely dumbfounded that I was able to produce something so beautiful, dedicated to this little girl who I haven't seen in a very long time. And it's finally come to in fruition. I have dedicated so much time and effort into trying to make something beautiful for somebody beautiful. This is my second proudest thing that I have produced in my life. That's how I feel about it. The number one thing is obviously the little girl pictured here on the cover, entitled Dear Jessica, simply a letter to my daughter, who I haven't seen in over a decade. And because I knew that she would have questions and concerns and possibly even be angry that I haven't been around in a decade. And I completely understood that. And that's why I wanted to make this, to answer her questions on how I grew up and where I came from, and stories of me growing up and learning lessons and failures and just stories of just learning experiences. Every situation, good or bad, is always a learning experience. It makes you into a better and more mature person in the future. Because we learn from our mistakes. And that's what I'm showing in here, is many mistakes I made growing up. Minor mistakes, not a criminal. No, not my forte. You'll see in the book, or be able to read in the book, on how much of not a criminal I am. Can't believe I'm defending myself on not being a criminal. There's a lot of fun stories in here of me growing up. A lot of fond memories. A lot of bad memories. But all of them were changing points in my life. All of them drastically changed me as a human being. And that's what I wanted to put in here for her. And it's stories leading up to growing up into meeting her mother and marrying her mother, and how wonderful of an experience that was. Having this beautiful, look how gorgeous that is. Look how beautiful she is. She's gorgeous. That is the cutest girl in the world, you know it. And just having her, how it changed my life. I remember telling my father over the telephone, I remember where I was standing when I told him the news that I was going to become a father, his first grandchild. And his words of wisdom at that time were, of course, congratulations, but to just remember that my whole world is changed now. At that moment, he said, my whole world is changed, and that it's not about me anymore. It's all about that child. And I understood that when he said that. But I truly did not fully understand it until the day this girl was born, it literally changed me for the rest of my life. I treated it as, I looked at nothing through my eyes anymore. I had a new, fresh pair of eyes to study the world with. And that's what excited me the most. It was all about my baby girl. And I made it my priority to make her number one. And I did. And I'm so proud of that. And then certain things just don't work out. Complications happen. Traveling happens. And we had to say goodbye. And throughout the journey of writing this book, I was able to learn through this learning experience that it's okay, that she's very blessed and she's been well taken care of. And I have, I have people to thank very much so for that. Thank you for giving her the life that I knew that I couldn't give her at that time. And that's okay, because it's all a learning experience. But this just, the number one goal of this book is just to always have a reminder for her on how much she was and is always so adored, missed, loved, and thought of every single day, and never forgotten. It's as simple as that. And it took me 21,000 pages, 21,000 words to explain all of this through here. I am so flabbergasted that, like, second most beautiful thing I've ever made. And I'm proud of it. I'm truly proud of it. And my intent was to, I'm so proud of it that I want to share it with anyone who is willing and wanting to know my story. Where I came from, how I grew up, how I've traveled, how I became the magic man, and this corny little magician that likes to tell jokes and make people laugh and does corny little magic tricks. I explain all of that in here. And trials and tribulations, and a very fun, I thought, very fun story of me in military school. That was an amazing time for me. And so it's just lots of learning experiences. So I wanted to share this with the world. That's how proud I am of it. But unfortunately, only 4 of us are getting it right now. Very unfortunately. My mother has a copy now. My father has a copy now. My daughter Jessica has a copy now. And I have a copy now. And for now, I think it has to stay that way. Because I know many of you, I was so excited to share it, and many of you were like, please, I would love to read your book, because I've been talking about how hard I have been working on this thing for years. And now I can't share it. I'm highly disappointed in that. All it is the world through my eyes. That's it. And I don't think I really don't think sharing my views should be a bad thing. I think it's okay. It's my journal. This is my journal of my life, and that's all I ever wanted it to be, for her. I'm so proud of it that, yes, I wanted to share it with anybody. See that desperation there? Anybody. And many of you have asked to see it. For now, it's got to stay with me, I guess. And we'll just have to see where it goes. But I'll end, if you've lasted this long, thank you. But I'll end with just reading the backside cover. So if you were to pick this up off the shelf, which truly would be amazing. Sorry, not for sale, not on Amazon, not on eBay. It is quite a personal book, being that it is like a journal. But I guess I'll read the backside to you, and that's how we'll end this video. Thanks for watching and allowing me to share this with you. It says, I'm a little nervous. This hasn't been an easy project to undertake. It's taken me years to finish, but it has been extremely important for me to do so. You were my everything, my whole world. Even now, you are thought of and missed every single day. The memories of us together are always in my heart. I've had your picture by my bedside table for the last 11 years. Now that you're older, I feel like I can finally answer your question by explaining what happened. My promise to you is to be honest and simply write out what I remember. That's it. So I did hire an editor to help me. I wrote the book and he helped me edit it down quite a bit. And that's why it turned out so beautiful. But all the writing is mine, and he just did some rearranging for me. And we together were able to collaborate and come up with this beautiful project. I mean, just absolutely, I'm dumbfounded that I was able to create. Like, I'm an author. I am an author now. Like, what? That is just so crazy to me. What? And you know, like, come on now. My book has chapters. Like, what a story this is. I'm so proud of this. I truly am. And I'm really hoping that one day I would love to share it to the world. Because I want the world to know how much this little girl means to me. And has always meant to me. I want the world to know that. I truly want the world to know that. Jessica, my gift to you. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.